This episode of FilmRiot is brought to you by Domain.com.
Today on FilmRiot, we try out a low-cost camera stabilizer. Welcome to FilmRiot, the show that takes mystery out of the effects and techniques. Go to some of your favorite Hollywood films. I'm your host, Ryan Conley, and I've had a few pieces of gear that I've been testing out for a while now. So after kicking off a review last week, I decided to keep it going and show you guys some gear that I've been digging lately. Today, that piece of gear is the Autopilot from Pro-Am, which is very similar to the Glidecam, but at a lower cost. Then later, I have a few other pieces of interesting gear that I think you should know about. As always, I do not get paid for these reviews. It's 100% my true opinion with absolute zero bias. Okay, go. And here it is, the Autopilot camera stabilizer. Looks extremely similar to my Glidecam, but right off the bat scores big points with me because when you open the box, it's set up and ready to go, which is a small thing that the Glidecam comes in pieces that I have to put together, but I'm lazy, and when I get my gear, I just want to use it immediately. What are you doing?
This is boring.
No.
This is another gear review episode. And it's boring.
No, it's not.
We need to spruce it up, and I have an idea.
No.
I have an idea.
No.
See? That works.
No.
You're reviewing the Autopilot dressed like a pilot. Million views right there.
I don't
Action.
look like a pilot. I look like a Boy Scout, like a Russian Boy Scout.
Action.
I look ridiculous. This is supposed to be a serious review, and you've got me wearing nonsense.
Action. No.
No.
Action.
First thing you have to do before using a piece of gear like this is balance it. This felt a bit easier to do with this one than it does with my Glidecam. Still very similar, but everything just feels a touch easier.
Perk up.
I'll drop my camera on, putting it as centered as I can. Then I'll add or remove weights from the bottom as needed. Next, we can move the camera platform forward, back, side to side, so we can adjust these to get our balance even closer. Then I'll drop the telescoping arm as needed to get the timing I want, which we discussed in the last stabilizer episode we did, but basically it's the time that it takes to get vertical once you drop it, somewhere around 1 to 3 seconds, depending on what you want. But now, you should have a fully balanced system so you can get out and shoot stuff.
You're being a baby.
Shut up!
I will smack you in the mouth.
Now that we have it all set up, it's time to take it out for some shooting, and when you're operating one of these, as I said in a previous episode, you really need to be careful not to hold too tightly or grip the center pole. Really?
What?
But honestly, operating this felt exactly like operating my Glidecam. Both of them work about the same. The Autopilot might be a little lighter, but that would be the only difference that I could see. But now, here are some shots I did with the Autopilot and some with the Glidecam. Came out the same, in my opinion. I didn't see any advantage of one over the other, except for the fact that the Autopilot is about $70 cheaper. So for me, if you're looking for a stabilizer that supports cameras up to 6 pounds, I'd definitely consider saving the cash and going with the Autopilot. If you're looking to get yourself a website
Put
to
the
promote...
goggles on.
No.
Put the goggles on for the ad.
No.
Put the goggles on.
No.
You should put the goggles on.
No! If you're looking to promote yourself on the internet for your
look
business,
awesome.
shut up. If you're looking to promote yourself on the internet for your business
Or pilots. You get a pilot website, www.imapilot.com/Ryan Conley's totally a pilot.
Domain.com has the best hosting services. They're reliable and affordable, and if you use the domain discovery service, it'll help you pick the right name for you. Best part is we can make it all more affordable than it already is by using the coupon code FilmRiot at checkout. You get 15% off your domain name
Yeah, you can.
and web hosting.
Seriously, you look great. I think this is the best ad we've ever done.
When you think domain names, think domain.com.
And
I'm not
pilots.
wearing this for
And
the
pilots.
entire. I'm not wearing this.
Oh, come on. You're being ridiculous.
I'm not being ridiculous.
You're being ridiculous.
You're being
You're
ridiculous.
currently being ridiculous.
You're being ridiculous.
Logo.
I said action. What is that?
It's from the hat you made me put on my head.
No one will know.
Everyone will notice! It looks like I got whipped with a dragon's.
Whoa. I have an idea.
Next up on our list of nifty gear is the Iographer, which is this unassuming piece of delight right here. It's made for your smart device like the iPhone, iPad, or iPod, and here I am using it with my iPad. You snap it in and you're done. What's great about this is it gives you handles on the side for better stability and cold shoe mounts on top so you can mount things like a Rode mic for better audio or even a light like this here. It also has a thread on the bottom so you can mount your device to a Steadicam or tripod, or you can get ridiculous and throw it on a shoulder rig, which looks just odd. So if you're using one of your devices for your filming, definitely check this out. You see a lot of people at conventions like CES or Comic-Con using these.
You look so cool. You can't even tell that there's something on your face.
Thank you. Next is this guy, the compact lens shade. Super simple and super helpful. This is the guy that saves you from insane lens flares. Mount it to a hot or cold shoe, then use it to block unwanted light from hitting your camera and fogging out the image or adding unwanted lens flares. You guys know I love me some flares, but some lenses have very ugly flares, and sometimes you just don't want them at all because it's not right for the project. Adobe and the Frog is a great recent example of that for me. A flexible arm lets you position it wherever it's needed. Often I'll even mount it on a light and use it as a small flag blocking light off of my scene, but really its best use is as a lens shade, sort of like a really low-cost matte box without filters.
Logo.
But that's it, some cool filmmaking goodies for you guys to check out. We have all the links posted below, so check it out in the notes if you want to learn more about those goodies. Also, our shirts are back in stock again, so jump over to our store right here for some of that loveliness. We're going to also be tweeting some flash sales from our Triune Apparel Twitter, so definitely follow that if you want some random chances at crazy sales. And also, I am teaching a 3-day class which will stream live online with Creative Live, but you can also be in the class physically live with me in the actual same space in Seattle. If you want a chance to do that, go here and sign up for it, but also check this out here to just learn about watching the class online for free. All good things, all good things. And I'll see you next week when the fire gets sucked back, and that's how I know it's dangerous.
You look great.
Shut up, Josh.